exciting in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Right, with the Boxing Voice here with Travis Kauffman, who just put up a gutty performance, disputed decision versus Chris Arreola here in San Antonio on the PBC card. What do you think coming out now that the fight's over?
Listen, Chris is a warrior. I knew that going into the fight. I knew that Chris had no quit in him. It was my goal to make him quit. Unfortunately, I didn't take advantage of it in the third round when I had him out. He was completely out, but I didn't want to blow my load going out there to try taking him out. So I thought, well, let me take some rounds and then eventually take him out. I thought I won the crowd over. I thought I won the fight because Chris is so used to backing people up. So I thought, well, if I'm backing him up, the judges are going to think, man, this isn't Chris. Chris is fighting my fight. Like, Chris is out of his zone, his comfort zone. He don't know what to do. And that's exactly. Chris wasn't throwing many punches. I was the busier fighter. I was the more aggressive fighter. Listen, I give all glory to God, man. I'm healthy. I'm alive. I'm sitting here talking. You know, we're praying for Pritchard Colon because there's guys like him who don't get the opportunity to make it out of the ring. And unfortunately for him, man, I'm still praying for him and his family. You know, they're great people. And I'm here and I'm able to have this interview with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And you dropped him, and you were in your rhythm. We saw you were talking to him. You were having fun. You were shaking and baking. You had your hands low, and you were throwing combinations off towards the middle. Do you think it was towards the end where he kind of came on after the low blow and where he kind of bought a lot of time?
Yeah, you know, Chris is a veteran, so he did a veteran move. He said he got hit with a low blow. I thought it was a clean body shot. May have been a little low, but not on the nuts or nothing. That's going to take everything out of you. My hat's off to Chris. He did what he had to do to get the victory. I don't think he won. The crowd didn't think he won. And I'm sure all the fans who were watching didn't think he won. Listen, it's boxing. The biggest thing I wanted to do today was get my name known and know that I'm a tough fighter. That's not my style of fight. My style of fighting is boxing. But I knew I wanted to get Chris out of his zone, and I can fight. I can box. I can switch southpaw, which I did against him. And I switched southpaw comfortably. A lot of people switch southpaw because they're in trouble. I switched southpaw because I just wanted to confuse them. I'm a fighter. I'm here. I'm healthy. Go home, back to the drawing board, and there's gonna be bigger opportunities. I love Chris. He's a friend of mine. We're brothers, man. I mean, I've known Chris for the last 10 years. All the press conference stuff, you know, it's for him to hype it up. And if that made him feel better to get in his zone, then so be it. I'm sure Al Heyman wants us to have a rematch, and I'm all for it. But don't look for the same result next time. I think rematch. I think, you know, nothing against Chris. He's a friend of mine, but I think I'll knock him out.
Okay, and that was brought up when talking to Chris in the post-fight press conference that he had with the media. He said that you are deserving of a rematch, and that they went back to the drawing board. They found some stuff that works for them, and that y'all could definitely do it again. So, now that you both are under the PBC banner, like, you think that really is a likelihood?
Yeah, I mean, whatever PBC wants. Like I said, my job is to stay in shape and fight. You know, Chris made a little comment about my flab. I've been 310 pounds before. I'm never going to have a picture-perfect body. Chris is a fine example. You know, he always says this isn't a beauty contest, and I learned that from him. It's not a beauty contest. I went out there with flabs and still did what I had to do. You know, it's not about abs, because I knocked out a lot of people who had abs. I came in shape, and I came to fight, and I came to win. And I came to win the crowd over, and I came to win America over, and I think I won that. I think I did what I had to do. Was the fight close? Yeah, I think it was closer than what it should have been. I think I gave away the last 3 out of 4 rounds, the last 9, 10, 11 rounds. 12th round, I thought I won. I dropped him and it counted as a drop as the glove hit the floor. It is what it is, man. The ref wasn't on my side. I don't blame the ref. Ref was doing his job. I'm glad I had this opportunity to be out here in Texas. His trainer, Henry Ramirez, is a turtle. I hate this guy. Nah, they're family. A lot of people. A lot of people don't understand how close we really are, man.
We really are close, man. Travis.
I stole his Thanksgiving dinner before.
He did. No, look at. For real, Travis has spent Thanksgiving with my family. He was in camp with us. Whenever we had a fight, man, he was usually the first guy I called, man. Always the first guy I called. So.
And he rubs my balls.
So look, to be honest, what the world got to see, man, I've seen in privacy over 200 rounds over the years. We knew Travis could fight, man. We knew he was a heck of a competitor, a guy who was on his way up. You know what I mean? We knew it was a dangerous fight. So Chris prepared.
Well, and that's one thing I did address to him, that Chris said he's more than willing to do a rematch.
Yeah,
and do you think with the fight we saw with the heavyweight championship changing hands, and that fight there was no punches thrown?
Let me answer this one.
Well, I mean, like I said, because you entertained the crowd was going. You guys were fighting at a high pace, and it was an entertaining fight. So do you think maybe you guys kind of remedied the heavyweight division tonight for one night, and maybe you could do it again?
Listen, Tyson Fury got those belts. and he deserves those belts because it was Klitschko's time over. However, Tyson Fury is very boring. He's entertaining by his character, but he's a very boring fighter. Me and Chris are our true champions. Chris has 4 losses to 3 world champions. You know, a lot of the crowd thought it was controversial. Our fight tonight, it was a close fight. I think it was a close fight. I think I gave it the last 3 of the 4 rounds. Close fight. I take nothing from Chris. He's tough. He's a warrior, and I knew that going into the fight. My job was to come out here and try to make him quit. If I wasn't going to make him quit, it's my job to make Henry make him quit. But Henry probably got fired. So,
well, you know what, man? Look, like I said, man, this is the fight. You know what? This is the fight where it could have went either way, close fight. And I even told Chris, if they gave it to him by point, I couldn't argue. But you know what? I've been on the receiving end of some close fights, and I've seen the other side fucking celebrate, tell me, fuck you, you ain't getting no rematch. Trust me, if Travis wants a rematch, he gets a rematch 100%. We've already talked about it. He definitely gets.
But that's good to hear. It was an entertaining fight, and that's what people want to see out of heavyweights.
Both guys have moments. It was a fun fight.
That's what America needs for the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division, they say, is dying. They say boxing is dying. Boxing is dead when heavyweight division is dead. The heavyweight division, we showed it's alive.
It's alive.
Me and Chris Arreola, a lot of people say Chris Arreola is washed up. I knew going into this fight he wasn't washed up. I know how Chris is. Chris just loves to get fat and party. He loves food. I'm a fat guy. I love to eat. We knew going into this fight I knew how tough Chris was. Chris knew how slick I was, how tough I was. So we knew we had to be in shape for each other. This is what America wants. But no, America don't want to see Tyson Fury fight. America,
you know what?
Deontay Wilder's excited because he's a big puncher.
Here's the one thing. Chris and Travis, they don't have the great physiques everybody wants. They went out there and let it hang out there, man. What more?
Well, I won't take up any more of your time. We appreciate your time and appreciate the fight. I know the fans love it and they're gonna look forward to seeing it again. But any last words for the people out here who are watching, supporters, and the people who enjoyed it here at the AT&T Center?
Man, I want to thank everybody who came out. I won over the Mexican crowd fighting a Mexican fighter. I think we deserve a rematch with each other because I think it should be a main event on PBC. Because we knew we were the main event coming into here. Even though Figueroa and DeMarco, taking nothing away from them, they're warriors. But me and Chris were the fight of the night. And I won over the crowd. People were booing Chris at the end of the night. He's a Mexican fighter. What does that say about me? I want to thank all my fans, all the new fans, and all the continued support. All my haters, I want to thank you too. I proved the point tonight. I'm here to fight, and hey, whether it's a rematch with him or it's someone else, I want to fight.
All right, thank you for your time, and enjoy you put on a good fight, so enjoy that. Thank you.